stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
I think it's great to be partnered with another Alberta-based company who shares a lot of the same values and beliefs as us. Our team's looking to represent not only Alberta, but Canada. And I think just the privilege of being able to wear the red and white and put on that maple leaf is definitely what we're chasing. And hopefully that for us means a couple of world championships and culminating in the 26 Olympics in Italy. I think you need to be active and engaged in your community. You need to be a positive model for all the kids coming up, playing whatever sport they're competitive in. And I think all of us on this team are really striving to be, not only good teammates to each other on the ice, but hopefully also real good ambassadors for curling and sport as a whole off the ice.
They have a great family there and a great team. A lot of the same qualities that we have, just teamwork, working hard to get the job done, and helping out each other along the way. So I think that as we continue to work with ATB over the next 4 years, you're going to see a lot of those qualities come through in our curling team.
The people at ATB have been great to me. I've met a whole whack of them over the last 9 seasons. Great people, they do a ton of stuff in the communities. They brought me into a lot of local communities as well, where I've got to meet even some of their clients and brand representatives.
We feel very fortunate to be partnered with a company that gives so much to Alberta and small town Alberta, being born and raised here in this wonderful province, and being partnered with a brand like them means the world to me.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the C semifinal here at the Okotoks Curling Club for the ATB Financial Okotoks Classic. Two feature teams we have this morning, Team Kui versus Team Zhao out of China. Where's Team Kui from, Wade?
Right here in Calgary.
That's right. I'm Mike Libbis, General Manager of the Okotoks Curling Club, and I'm joined by my good buddy, 1999 Alberta champ, Wade Johnson.
Yeah, we're going to have a good one. These teams are getting hot at the right time. They're deep in the sea, but they've rattled off a few wins, and I think we're going to see a good game here.
Yeah, Cooey's don't very often see Cooey down in the C. They usually get through in the A, but new team this year. Got a new second playing, Jacques Gauthier playing second. So maybe a little bit of growing pains, but they're coming together, like you said.
Yeah, and you know what? It's one of those things. It's their first spiel of the year, and they were maybe not as sharp as they normally are, but when they get down and get this many games, and you're starting to see them every game get a little stronger, and they were really strong last night, and they ran it off the table pretty quick.
Well, and nobody in the C wants to match up against Cooey, that's for sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't be what you drew up, that's for sure. Cooey's throwing the corner here.
Yeah, he goes at it right away.
Hard, guys. Hard for weight. Hard, you gotta go. Keep going, Jock. Keep going. Keep going. Right up, right up, right up. Sweet.
There we go. I got the corner guard to start. Cooey doesn't waste time, you know. He's one of these. We talked about this before with John Dunn, his coach, who's in the building, and you know everybody's about analytics these days and playing even ends, and you don't see that as much with Team Cooey. He just goes right after it.
Yeah. Takes each end as it comes.
Yeah. I mean, obviously gets up. He might play the scoreboard a bit, but he's trying to score a deuce every time he has the hammer.
And Kevin managed to drag John Dunn back out of retirement. John had kind of finished his coaching career, but now he's back, and they're couldn't be happier to have him. He's just a huge resource for them.
Yeah, sports psychologist by trade, I believe.
Yeah, out of the U of A. I think he's officially retired from there as of December, I think.
Yeah, he was telling me that. As of December, he'll be done.
Garrick Martin here.
Just coming off knee surgery. Take a look for me. Said he's a month and 20 days from knee surgery, so he gets a little sore playing 2 or 3 in a day right now. But
yeah, building strength.
Good. Gotta go a little bit. Yeah, go.
This is really walking hard at the end here.
Hard, keep going, keep going.
Sorry, I thought we had to curl it.
Oh, that's pretty much hooked. So the Chinese team is going to try and get on the side of this yellow.
Yeah, it's just top button. Red is shot right now, so if you can corner freeze on the yellow, it'd be in a good situation.
Yeah. They're all lobbying for position here. They're trying to get the rock in the right spot, in the right angle.
Nothing wrong with being top 12 here, because you know if Cooey does have to run one in, it will be a red that he's running in.
Yeah, the air is definitely a hair lighter than a hair heavier.
Excuse me.
That's a pretty good shot.
Oh, full 8, third shot.
We haven't seen a whole lot of misses just yet.
Cooey starting with the hammer today, of course, based on the draw of the button.
Speed's good. Similar to yesterday. Okay.
So we got Jacques Gauthier playing second here now, the new add-on to the Cooey team. He skipped Team BC
at the Briar last year.
Moving over to play with his cousin.
Tyler,
okay,
yeah.
Tyler.
And it was funny that the team actually, his old team jokes around that they're the farm system for Team Cooey. Tyler was the skip of that team the previous year, and then Jacques last year. And now Catlin Schneider is skipping that team.
Yeah, out of Saskatchewan.
That's a little bit of a mistake there for sure. Now the double's there. It's at 3.
Just rubbed off. Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Basically a nose hit.
Yep.
It's played
Edge
as
on
a
edge
nose.
there though, so it's going to have to be tight to the guard. Well, to keep the shooter, that'd be tight to the guard.
Yeah. They could be just a hair high and still make this.
Yeah.
10秒吧，不是前漏吗？不是，10秒没问题，你打进偏外一点点是吧？10秒，11秒太小了，你要给他俩这样就20。OK。一下可能会掉。行，我没事，我
没事带着，没事，你就让出耳去。对。力量 OK。力量 OK。
They're real close here.
OK。
Missed the back one?
Just the way they called it, I don't know if they were playing it. I would assume they were, but
They let it. Were they making that curl, weren't they?
well, at the end it looked like it.
No, they're happy with being three
I mean,
rocks
it's
buried under center. It's a great situation.
Far from a bad situation.
Cooey's got to do something with all those rocks. There's no doubt about it. We're saying someone's saying the focus is fuzzy, but it looks pretty clear on my phone. So, although it's fuzzy from the amount of drinks I had last night.
Now it just looks clear. This has got to really finish. They were hoping to make contact in the back, definitely there. So Chinese team's going to throw another guard up. Oh, Gruno's here. Thank goodness, we were stressing.
Said he had a meeting.
There was no pep talk before. Joanne was bothered by that.
我站位都4秒2几哈，你们俩查吧。对，4秒3没问题。
Just putting the guard back up.
3局，2-3。
Guards are hard on ice when it's this curly.
Looks real close here. Yeah, it's so far out there, even at the second hog line, it just goes sideways at the end. Yeah, perfect spot. I think you'll see Kevin run it again. Yeah, he's going to run it again. Try and make contact on the way through. Tardy makes a lot of these.
Whoa! Curl.
Okay.
That one just missed it on the back. I'm going to replace it again here.
上面这是去。
Sometimes I think Cooey puts those corner guards up just to run them in later, not to actually use them during the.
Yeah, well, he definitely uses them more than anybody.
Yeah.
线路没问题。3、2、3之间，2区。线路。Clean。我去。
比号码大。
我。
OK。
Yeah, very nice. It is a little closer. This runner might be a hair easier now. Basically, you can almost throw where you want to hit it.
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of jumped it a little bit last time.
Yep.
Make some contact in there now.
Really good shot.
Wow. Well, that's worked out pretty good
Yeah.
considering I got the yellow dead buried.
Yeah. I mean, curl's so hard. They're going to be able to get at this maybe lie 2, but then Kevin would have the double.
磕到后期他有大波。头定这儿非常好。不是，等会儿月了，你别，你
他得想垫他的9局。
So they're going to try
Yeah,
and
they're
chase
just discussing if you don't get it to the right spot, that double's pretty much loaded.
李克是没有。
别跪了。
And you got to be careful of
And
any
if you
shot.
tap it, the double's probably there. So they're trying to get to the inside of this to make that double tough. If you can
几
hook
区力
it.
量？什么力量？
Yeah, you have to hook it just a little bit.
Yeah.
on the that double is there, but the guard is real close. They have to paper the guard for sure. Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
you think he...
You
Probably
got about,
3/4
you got
of a
about
rock.
2 inches or 3 inches of air. I think.
Kevin throws it so hard, he probably only needs
405是5区。
7/8.
6 inches.
掉了一点就行啊。4秒。下路 K， 带着，扎，带着，
It's just, looks like a little ways out there. Here it comes now.
Oh yeah, no, it'll go sideways at the end. Now they're waiting.
If the weight's right.
下线加包。
Got to curl this.
到底，下到底。
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Go，下的。
Great sweeping.
They're trying to get another... They're trying to get another 2 inches of curl, 3 inches of curl there. Would have been better.
Yeah, this is it's not easy
no,
though.
it's a little higher than we thought.
Got to get it off the button somehow though.
Yeah. Looks like they just might want to jiggle it instead of throwing a rocket. They might just make the red on the out and just kind of roll into the other red. Just kind of punch it a little.
Like staying in the pocket and moving this one.
Yeah, that's pretty
I guess
good.
you don't want to leave him miss, eh?
Pretty good if we can
Yeah,
take it right.
it's just
He's trying. Is that out guard?
I don't want to. Okay, just
Just straight roll, it's fine. The one that's like almost touching.
I'm in here. I'm thinking board.
Yeah, he's not going to whip it down here.
Like, I think half is close. I think. I don't want to roll right up.
He doesn't want to kick
Thin half,
over
yeah.
and up. He just wants to go straight into it.
Wouldn't
Just
even be
jiggle it.
mind if it's just locked on the corner, moves the back yellow a little bit. It'd be great
I think
too,
that's what he's
'cause-
hoping.
See, I'll have that yellow we talked about earlier, that corner guard one, the last one maybe.
I think that's what he's hoping, to kind of just free the red and yellow from each other.
What do you like, Kev?
Board.
Board?
Little fresh in here, you think? Or
Little, yeah.
skinny half. Just board. Sliver more.
This might curl on him, yeah. This could curl. It's got Carr
Does it
going to
not-
hold it.
Not as fast as draw off in here, eh?
Give himself a
board.
comparison to the
Just
draw of the
board.
button,
Yep,
just
yep,
so
yep,
that he
yep,
can be a little stronger on his normal
It's
board
good.
weight.
Yep.
So it looks real
It's
close.
good.
Got to curl a bit.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
He's
real
real
close.
close.
Shot.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
really nice.
Now they can play this,
Tap this up. And
but you gotta be careful if you roll off it with your red when you come down and make the tap. If you roll off a little, you might leave them the double back.
一个球。
But if you make this really good, it's gonna be tough for Kevin to score.
你上马我才97，啊，你还90呗？
yeah, if he could
90嘛，
bump
上马把一
this.
直擦就别洗
Oh.
啊。
Kevin will have that slash on the yellow he just threw down there, but got to stick it. See where this goes.
掉了 OK。8区啊，7、8，轻带就行。
Line's a little tighter here than they've had in the past.
Blink.
This one's going to bend on him a little closer than they're trying to make
It's
it
going to be
curl.
real close based on that last one. That's might over curl.
Yeah, well, they jumped it there to try and make it curl.
Yeah, that's going to over curl. So Kevin actually might be lying too.
I think it's 1.
He could probably just feather it for 2. Yeah, it's just 1, but Kevin could just play a little draw tap for his deuce.
Pick one more, good luck.
Well, it's hard to tell. It's really close.
I can't tell.
Don't even.
I think it's red myself, but
No,
big.
you can't
I don't think it
bring that
changes.
red
I think you got to tap it. It's too close to not.
Yeah, you gotta try and
But,
play at
but
it.
the question is, how do you tap it with that corner guard in the way?
Yeah, that corner might be haunting you a little.
Well, if it's not us, what are we gonna do? So
Yeah. It's hard. It's definitely that corner's going to be in the way when they're trying to make that.
I don't. If you think it's us, then it's not worth it because I can screw this up too. So.
Tyler thinks it's yellow.
Yeah, he's got the young eyes, Wade.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I'm sure Deadeye's watching the game. She can tell us what she thinks.
That we're 2?
She might be golfing.
There is no shot.
As they're throwing this away, I have to assume.
Yeah, throwing it away.
They're going to take a chance on the measurement.
Oh, God. I don't know if it would be me. I think
Well,
it's red, but
I think, though, probably he's got his 1. The risk is it takes off on you when you try and play that tap and go red and give up 1.
maybe.
Because that wasn't easy with that corner in the way. You
No,
had
that's
to.
a dilemma. I would.
It might not have been makeable to make that little tap just because that corner was in the way.
这球突然炸没了。
Well, we're gonna find out how good Tyler's eyes are. I just freshly drilled those pins today too, Wayne. Got 'em
Keith
all.
Keller says it looks like 1 yellow. I kind of think you're right.
Let's get right. What does that say? Don't move your head for the camera. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, it is yellow.
Wow. It looked like yellow when they
It was
started
yellow
spinning
all
it
day
around.
when it was actually hit there.
Young Tyler.
Wow.
Big deuce for Team Cooey.
Yeah, that's a nice deuce to start off with. Oh, commercials are running.
Big chance. Well, let's get while we have a chance, Wade. Let's thank our sponsors. ATB Financial is our title sponsor, and of course we have Aztec Safety, IHOP Restaurants, Partners Development Group, and Northern Matin Bridge. Thank you very much for all your support. Without them, we definitely wouldn't be able to run this event. And
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable event so far. Ice has been fantastic. Mike, you and your crew have done a great job, as always.
got lucky again this year.
How many rinks are you putting in this year?
This week, two.
This week you're starting a bunch?
2 this week.
Black Diamond and,
High River.
or I guess Diamond Valley?
Diamond Valley, yeah. Airdrie's in already, and of course we're in here, and then Heading out to Canmore at some point to see how they're doing. Yeah, there's a lot of sleepless nights right now in September. Didn't need to be out partying last night, that's for sure.
Yeah, in hindsight, but who knew?
Who knew it was going to happen? Oh. Pretty good shot over there on one.
Yeah, pretty good shot. Who threw that?
Not sure.
Oh, it's the second.
Zach,
yeah.
Made that perfect.
Yeah, so we'll give you an update on sheet 1. It's Cap versus Libis. Cap took 2 in the first end.
Where did you want it?
And on Jakes and Goskins, the Netherlands team, Goskins took 2 in the second. Or is it 2 playing the second?
2
in the first.
Yeah. And Kleider took 1 in the first on Park.
Yeah.
I got light. Yep, go ahead.
And Andrew here on the curling zone.
Hard early.
Cap kind of answered back with a run back of his own over there.
Yeah, great shot.
Okay, let's stop. Stay with it. Yep.
Go.
Right up.
Go. Great sweep, Tyler.
Hard call here now when you're chasing a rock with the no tick rule. Of course,
Yeah.
you know, the Zhao team out of China, if they chase the one on the button and happen to tick the center line guard, they lose their shooter and the guard goes back. So.
Yeah, it's like throwing a rock away if you accidentally rub. But you know what? The curl comes so hard at the end on these. Sometimes you flirt with the center there too, going around the corner. Kevin's going to come down, freeze on this.
Same as I did last time.
Short would be fine here.
And ideally like to be second shot, but being on the right angle is big.
Yeah, if you go top 8, just half tucked.
One big key line away.
Got to tuck a piece though.
This looks harder.
Yep. Whoa. Wait only. Curl then. Hard, you're way heavy, guys. Hard, you're heavy. Hard. Touch it.
All right, stayed for
He
second.
wanted to be second shot there at the end. It's big to have that kicker there out counting the red.
Chiseled that red a little more in the open. You can get it with the out turn now.
Yeah, but it might be a jam.
Yeah, that's true. Might.
I have a feeling.
Yeah, you might be able to get the nose.
I have a
there with
feeling
some-
the rest of the play this end might end up around the center.
That's a big shot here. We'll see what happens. Throwing this with, we figure about hack weight. Maybe boardish.
Man, they're playing those tight. Really good shot. See Kevin try and roll back behind center. Kevin's got the family all curling this weekend. I think not Lila, but Ava's down in Lethbridge playing in their junior spiel.
Oh,
I think Carla and Lila went down this morning.
Hard, Tyler.
She plays third for Team Shannon.
Of course, Team Shannon. Well, Shannon's down. Kaylee Shannon's from Lethbridge, so.
Yeah, and I think Gruno's daughter, she's the 5th on the team, and I think she's there playing this weekend.
Oh, he's gonna look a double here.
Yeah, they're going to try and roll in the front, and if it curls up, they'll make the double.
Not playing this with a lot of weight,
No,
though.
with that ice, you got to think.
It's going to be bored.
Yeah, it wouldn't be any more than border. I don't think it would move. I guess not the end of the world if you make the straight roll under, too. It's going to be real close here.
Still a good shot, though,
Yeah.
because Kui cannot roll back under the center.
He could roll into the other red under the corner.
Could.
This one's just a little
But
behind.
Zal will be happy that the play is coming towards the corner now. The double is there. He's right. He got enough air.
You just roll in there, it's okay.
Yeah, a little fat rolling into it. That's not the end of the world.
3/4, 4/5.
Intern?
He's playing the Tyler's intern at this, too.
Yep. Ding, ding. Hard.
Roll it, Evan, roll it. Get it in there, get it in there.
给，漏一大半儿，有俩吗？打到哪儿？那得12秒，得12秒，11秒应该够呛。现在漏了一半多一点儿。
So you're going to try and make this double and roll under, which is actually pretty makeable.
Play the double and roll under the middle.
Yeah, pretty makeable the way they lined up.
360，没事，他只要打着点他就比咱远。
不也俩进吗？
I don't think he's playing any more than board here, based on the ice.
Yep.
I think
Closer.
he's rubbing, I think.
Can't see.
No, he got her by.
Wow, that's a pretty
Pretty good
good shot.
shot,
Yeah,
yeah.
that red's it's hard to eliminate. It could jam. It's gonna jam for sure. You can't see enough of the red to get to the inside, so.
And it's going to be hard to.
Might see Kevin run the front here.
Is there a chance we're shot?
Nope.
I don't see much, Stu.
And they can't really. It's hard to switch gears and go back around the center. If you get a hair deep, they could play off their own.
We're second.
I don't mind it.
What do you like?
My first thought was to come around to the. My first thought was to come around to the run.
My first instinct here is to run that red in their weight, I think.
Okay.
Maybe open it up. You not usually make contact, well, something.
Even if you open them up, I guess.
Problem is the run is almost on bang on the nose.
I don't mind this, Tyler.
Yeah, you got to go
And so the
across
guy
the
shooter
top.
might stay there.
You go
And
dead
if you
nose.
plug one, oof, that would be disastrous.
At least the angles. It's hard to plug with these angles.
It is, yeah. Oh, it's tight out of his hand here.
Hard, hard!
Okay, not bad.
The Chinese team's going to have to be careful here. They don't want to give Kui a double back, so they're going to try and leave this
This is a heck
top
of a
eight.
shot by Tyler, though. That worked out
Yeah,
well.
it did its job, that's for sure.
Now you got to be careful because if you go top button, he's making the double and buried behind the stagger.
Exactly, yeah. They want to be
Got to be above the
8.
4-foot for sure.
Top 8 would be really good. I don't think there'd be anything, but he's saying too, you know, if it's in the 12, that's not the end of the world.
You know, this is one I wouldn't mind. I don't think you totally want to bury here because if you completely bury and Kui makes the hit and roll under, you're in trouble.
You're essentially guarding him.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to leave this half open.
够进营就行。5四5，不着急，没问题力量，带着。5区，先到吗？
It's quite a ways out there right now, but we know it'll curl.
只是力量。带着。
Weight's pretty good.
纯净5。
That's pretty good, basically.
Just heavy board.
So Kevin's going to try and make the roll here. He could almost roll just right under the red, and it would be really tough.
Speed will be good here.
Perfect. You can see about half of the rock, so I want to roll directly under the red here would be the best, all the way over.
Weight's good.
Real close here. Real close. Oh, good shot. Great shot.
Pretty good shot.
Well, he thinks he can chase it either way here.
Yeah, it's not. And that's right under.
I'd almost play the one you just threw. I mean,
I think it's easier.
It's easier. You roll over to the wings.
You almost have more options with it.
You make it, it's pretty much a guaranteed deuce. Although, if you put it up there corner frozen on this side, you'd have them both ways.
Yeah. He feels comfortable with the amount of swing that you get here. He feels pretty comfortable with it.
进营反正是好像，你觉得呢？你就觉得不小没问题。来半选。
Not sure. Is he looking at back line?
Just have to really get it out of the 8-foot, I guess. But, you know, the only dilemma is you're going to roll to the open here on this turn, and he's going to have the same shot.
Whoa.
That's if you make contact. This is way out there.
It's coming now. No, I don't think he's going to come enough. Just a hair hard for what he was trying. That wasn't easy though. That thing's tucked under there.
I'm not. I mean, I guess we do that.
I think
I didn't really like the call myself, but you just threw the red up there for the reason that you left half it open so you could hit it into it. I think you should have played it. It was an easier shot, I thought. And the shooter rolls over the 12-foot. I mean, Kui has to hit the open one, and you get your deuce.
I like that
the one. You're playing, you roll to the side of the 80, makes a hit and roll again, then you might give up steal.
I think I would have sooner played the red, but he obviously felt comfortable with that spot. I mean, the ice swings so hard. He just was a little big, but it swings so hard there, even with soft weight, that he thought he could probably get 3/4 of it.
Yeah, your last one's a little.
You can make so many shots out here. Sometimes you pick shots that are harder just because the ice is so good that you can make so much.
Let's get a time on this one.
I liked it.
Well, it's out there for sure.
A little late.
Go then, lock in.
Weight's
Wait
good.
only, wait only.
Weight's perfect. Perfect. Right on it. Right on it. Just on
15
it.
right on the nose.
Hard, you move it here. Go, go, go.
Oh, that's a really good shot.
That's a fantastic shot. 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's
with a little bit of sweeping, not even that much.
No.
Pretty good.
54秒。
They were calling perfect right out of his hand, so.
Yeah. Cooey's playing well.
Oh, yeah. Well,
2 pistols there.
no surprise. I don't really see him very often not play well.
No. No.
954秒。
So we'll see Zhao draw to the pin here. That red's kind of in his way a little bit, the one he put there earlier.
Yep.
Shell okay?
It's not wide here.
只是力量，
我也在等等。圆形啊。
圆形可以，
Definitely not wide here.
线路没问题。
This is going to get close to that red. You got to be careful.
He's really close here.
Red here.
They might have lost it. Yeah, just moved it. Perfect weight.
Like it looked the whole way they
Yeah.
had to go here. It looked like that. I mean, unless it's heavy, like you got to get that by.
Yep.
Well, that's a
We'll
big
take a
steal
little
at
break,
2.
and then John Dunn has offered to come in for a couple ends, so we're going to bring him in here for a couple ends with Mike, and but we'll take a 2-minute break.
Warm out of his hand. Okay. Top 4? All right, buddy. Oh, I thought it was some sort of condition.
Mine's good. Right.
Well, after a big steal there for Team Cooey, Wade decided to pack it in for a few ends, and we're lucky to be joined by Team Cooey coach John Dunn. Welcome, John.
It's good to be back, Mike. It's been a while.
I know. Well, tell us, John, how did you end up back coaching again? We thought you retired.
Well, you know what? Cooey realized they can't win a Briar without me, so
So you're back.
So I'm back. No.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
We took a year off from one another, and obviously he's got a new team, and he's trying to figure things out with his new team. And obviously, when he called me, it was a bit of a no-brainer. When Kevin Cooey calls, you don't say no, right?
That's
so
true. That's true.
It's always been a privilege and an honor to work with him, and it's exciting to have a young team and a new team, and
It's hard to believe his team actually got even younger this year. Right? I mean,
it's this is exciting. Over the years, most of Kevin's teams, other than when I started off with them 15 years ago, they've always been veteran teams, right? But
exactly.
this one, I mean, I'm not being any disrespect to Carrick there. I mean, obviously Carrick's proved himself, and Tyler's done everything at junior level, but collectively, yes, the age on our team has gone down considerably. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure Cooey finds it kind of refreshing when he got his new young team and a little more drive. And I mean, not that anybody wants him with more drive because he's so good.
Yeah, no, the young guys will definitely, and they're excited to play with him, right? Who wouldn't be? I mean, when you get the chance to play with one of the best curlers this country's ever had, it's a great opportunity for these young kids to take some knowledge from Kevin, because hopefully they're going to be playing the next 20 years. I don't think Kevin will be playing the next 20 years, so it's an opportunity for them to.
His girls are getting bigger, then maybe he plays mixed with them.
That's right. Yeah, no, the young Cooeys are definitely taking up this sport, and Ava and Lila seem to have got their dad's passion for it, which is fantastic.
What is the schedule? I know this is the first event of the year for Team Cooey. What does the schedule look like this year? Is it going to be intense and packed full of a lot of events?
I don't know if we'd call it intense, but certainly, obviously, all the slams are out there, and you know, I still miss the Canada Cup. That was always one
of your favorites.
That was, yeah, because I mean, there was usually something on the line, you know, a berth to the, you know, the Roar of the Rings or something like that. So I'm disappointed that the Canada Cup's gone from the schedule, but because it was one of the, you know, we've always laughed at Kevin that, you know, when there's a maple leaf or something related to the maple leaf on the line, he seems to bring up that extra gear. But yeah, so no, other than that, it's I think it's going to be a balanced schedule, and then obviously everything will gear towards provincials and hopefully another chance at the Brier, and maybe we scare a few teams at the Brier.
I think they're scared the fact that you're coming. That's the thing. They're always scared.
Yeah, no, nobody ever wants to play Kevin, right? Let's not fool ourselves. You know, he's a different animal usually at those big events, and
you just see stuff that the normal player doesn't see, and he knows he can make everything. So that combination is lethal.
Yeah, you saw him at the Players last year. I mean, he makes the triple against Gushu in the semi, and then he scores 3 in the last rock of the last end against the Swiss boys. And yeah, I mean, it was Cooey showtime. So he can still do it, right? And hopefully the boys in front of him give him a chance to do it. I mean, I was saying to Wade earlier that I think Kevin is actually playing better right now than I've ever seen him at the start of any season. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but this week he's made some shots.
Spectacular shots, yeah. We haven't had a chance to get him on the stream yet, and we've heard it from his fans. They've been bugging, why is Cooey not on the stream? But it just lost the wrong time and couldn't match up against somebody that wasn't on sheet 2. So
yeah,
we figured we'd put him on this game and see what happens here. If if he gets through and we get into the playoffs, you'll probably see him again.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, Kevin has rarely done things the easy way. You know, we were joking the other night there that I still recall, I think it was 2019, we were at Provincials, and we found ourselves deep in the sea very, very early on in that event. And, we had a little team meeting, not that I had anything to do with that. And anyway, we went out and we ran the table, won Provincials, and then went to the Brier and ran the table.
That's right.
So
that was brought up in the conversation earlier.
Oh, is that
Someone
right?
Commented on that, yeah.
No, he's
not scared of the sea.
No.
There's no doubt.
No,
I mean, when he was young junior coming in the men's, the rumor was he always came out of the sea. And so he just plays one game at a time, like you said. If he wins or loses, it doesn't really change his demeanor. But
no, it's probably a bit more rarefied territory for the other three, right? They're probably not used to being in the sea as much. But Kevin, I guess when you play as long as Kevin, right, you find yourself. The one thing I'll say though is, Kevin has a tradition of coming out of the sea. There's a lot of good teams that once they find themselves in the sea, they just mail it in and they say, let's just go home. And so I think you've got to give Kevin some credit for that. He's never given up on that front.
So, John, we know you're not the big curler yourself. We won't ask you a lot about strategy.
No, please don't.
Let's maybe tell us what your role is with the team.
You know what? Right now, getting to know a new team, I'm just trying to figure out personalities, figure out, what do people want to hear, how do people react when things are going well, when things are going poorly, and really all my job is with these guys. I mean, I'm not really doing, occasionally you would call it mental skills training, but the vast majority of what I do is I facilitate communication. I make sure that I hold people accountable for what happens on the ice. Pre-game meetings, post-game meetings. You know yourself, Mike. One of the interesting things about this sport is, you can go out there and you can carry a lot of baggage with you after a game, right? And I don't think some teams really understand the importance of whatever happens out there, get it on the table, talk it through, make sure we're all on the same page. And as me as an outsider, if you want to call me that, it's easier for me to facilitate those discussions. So I would say that's my single biggest part of the job, is to help them, get issues dealt with and make everybody aware that it's a safe place to have a conversation. And I think it is important that we hold each other accountable. I think at this level of sport, if you all say, "Oh, we'll just be better tomorrow," that's not how it works, right?
Yeah.
You gotta figure out what went well. You gotta figure out what went poorly. You gotta make sure that you've got a plan to improve. So, I mean, when the curling talk starts, I back away because I have no right to be in that conversation. But when the communication and the focus and the motivation and the body language and all that stuff is part of the deal, then obviously I get an opportunity to play a role there. So, I mean, you think I'm teaching Kevin Cooey anything new after the amount of time he's played? I mean, I must sound like a broken record to Kevin, but the young guys are, they're open to it and they're listening. And I always say my role is I help them get some marginal gains. I don't ever take credit for big changes in the teams, but maybe sometimes there's one thing that I've said or done that just is a little light bulb moment and the guys can run with it.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most valuable things in sports. I mean, people take it for granted. It's the mental side of the game and the positivity that has to be shown on the ice. And I remember when I was playing myself, my team had to tell me, I had negative body language out there, and I was never negative towards my team, but they felt uncomfortable because I was negative towards myself.
Right.
So, I think people just don't understand sometimes how much it takes to compete at this level and the mental drain.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin's a good example, right? Kevin can be very intimidating because he's so quiet, right?
Yeah.
So if you're new to a team like Jack and, I mean, obviously, Tyler and Carrick played with him last year, but, a silent Kevin Cooey can be very intimidating, and I've got to remind them, hey, he's not mad at you. He's just figuring out the next shot and what he needs to do to get on with it. So he's not one of those people that's going to be giving you a pat in the back. It's not his style. No. So don't start crying when Kevin Cooey doesn't respond emotionally, because we've all seen that.
Yeah.
He's got the emotion in there, but it's locked up until he's won.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's totally different. And you're right. Yeah, they have to understand that when you're playing with him, because I mean, he's not going to tell you a great shot a lot of the time.
No. You've got to be your own best friend out there. But and if
his expectations are quite high for a team, though, and it's funny. We watch him play, and even in his line calls, he's so intense on his line calls. You think they've missed it by about 20 feet.
Yeah.
And they miss it by like millimeters or made it perfect, and it's like, wow. By the sounds of that, it's like you weren't even close. All of a sudden,
Yeah, I think all the great skips are like that, though, right? I don't think that's just a Kevin trait. I think, the skips, they're expecting perfection on every shot, and if it's not, they're looking to how can we be better. So,
right.
I don't think there's any of the top skips in this country that are, that's okay. No, they're not like that. They're, hey, it's got to be better. This is what we want, and let's strive to make it happen. But again, recognizing that rarely are you going to be perfect in this sport. It's hard. It's freaking hard, right?
Absolutely. So you're going to be with him for the whole Olympic cycle there, John?
Yeah, that's the plan at the moment. We'll see what maybe Kevin will fire me again at the end of the season. That's a distinct possibility. But
usually when you realize you need somebody bad enough, you're not getting rid of them ever again.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if it's bad enough, but I think it was. I think we just decided it was good for both of us to I think it was good for Kevin to go it alone, and he learned probably a little bit about himself in terms of managing the team and managing the players, and it never helps to have someone else carrying the bag a little bit, right? So
as a skip, you have so much on your plate.
You do.
It's so much nicer to have someone there to help you and support you.
You do.
And all the team, like the whole team, same thing. If they have that support, it's just a big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
So what should they call here, John?
Make the right shot, Kev. Yeah, that's
That's how it works.
I've always said, I was joking with Jack and Tyler the other day there. I said, before I'm done curling, I'm eventually going to, I'm going to go out in a timeout, and everybody's going to be saying, oh my God, John Dunn's going out for a timeout, and I'm going to walk to the far end of the ice, and I'm going to look at the rocks, and I'm going to say, which color are we? And then I'm just going to turn around, and then I'm going to head back. That would be the extent of my involvement.
I hope I'm watching when that happens. Yeah, that's great.
I would never do anything to disrespect the sport, because I've got so much respect for everybody, but I think everybody would get a chuckle out of that one.
I would agree. So they got up early on this team here, and
that was a great start. Yeah,
kind of piling it up here. This team Zhao was out of China, young team. Of course, the coach of this team is a former Olympian, lost the Olympic finals in 2014 to Brad Jacobs. He's upstairs, so it's nice to see him. I was in China myself to run the did the ice for the Chinese National Doubles Championship that he had won. So it's nice to see China back out playing again.
It is.
Because they took a few years they didn't leave their country. So
No, exactly. Yeah, it's good for the sport. The more countries we get involved, and I mean, you've had an unbelievable international turnout here, haven't you?
11 teams.
11
from
teams
all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah, no, that's a
it's
credit to the
incredible.
job that you do here. I mean, I'm sure you guys have talked about it, but you know, everybody comes here knowing that the ice is gonna allow us to make shots. Right? It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we just want to see some great curling. Our members love it, and people online seem to enjoy it. So we'll keep doing as long as they're coming.
And it sounds like we were talking the other day there, your club's in good shape. You've got a huge junior contingent playing out here now, don't you?
Well, look around us. We've got juniors running the live stream now from our junior academy. So we try and keep them involved, and we've got more banners going up every year from this club that we know what to do with, run out of space. So
that's great.
But we're lucky. We've got a lot of great coaches here, and they put a lot of time and effort in. So
yeah, no, and we can't. I mean, I think sometimes we forget about the necessity to have great coaches because it's them that make or break the experience for the kids, right?
Well, it's like Kevin. I think I just try and surround myself with smarter people than me. So usually makes me a smarter person. So I don't know what they're calling here. There's a lot of yellows in the house here. Probably just going to guard that one on the top of the 4 there.
Yeah, I'd rather not be dead frozen, but.
Oh, just going to lock it on top of it, or just short.
Yeah, no more.
So they talked about the tendency there, or the tolerance, I'm assuming, John?
You would hope so, yeah.
Didn't seem like there was any negative thoughts put into Kevin's head there.
No. And the one thing that we talk a lot about is, Kevin just said a hair light. That's what we want, right? I still believe the cardinal sin in curling is, you've got 2 sweepers, why don't you use them, right? So anytime we're heavy in a shot, that's on the thrower, right? Why would you not always be using those, but throw it to the sweepers,
that's
right?
Their job.
So, and yeah, under pressure, how many times do we see people be heavy? It's crazy.
We talked a lot yesterday about routines. We were watching my son play over there. He's playing on sheet 1, and he was playing yesterday, and he had missed a couple peels where he casually had just come down the ice and waited down here because it was just a straight peel in his mind. But he had missed both, and the one that he made, he set up from the far house and put the broom down, came down with his normal routine, made the shot. So we talked about that as a team after. And said they just got to make sure you're sticking to your routine, and no matter how difficult or easy the shot is.
Absolutely. In fact, I honestly think that there's more to worry about in an easy shot than a difficult shot, because I think the difficult shot makes you focus. The easy shot, it's so often that people just don't focus on what they need to do, and before you know it, they're a nice easy open hit and stick they've rolled out, or just because they just thought, oh, I've done this a million times. But I think that's a thing that everybody has to bear down on.
I always tell juniors, pressure brings focus. So.
It sure does. It sure does.
Whoa! 下线，下线，支援下点儿，有。
Looks good if he's. That's a good shot.
Great shot. And again, we talk a lot with our juniors. It's okay to be nervous.
Yep.
That means you care, you have passion for it.
Yeah. No, make the butterflies fly in formation, as we say, right? It's if you're not nervous, there's probably something wrong with you, and understand that. Even if you watch somebody like Kevin Cooey, on the surface he might look like he's ice cool, but you know what? Inside he's feeling it just the same as everybody else. He's just learned to wear a mask and learns how to control it, and all the great players do that. That's right? Correct, So never ever be fooled by appearances, because anyone who's got something on the line is feeling it inside.
Yeah, after that great triple, you're right. The Zhao should be able to get their 1 here. There's no real fear of a steal.
Nope.
But Cooey's focus here is just to force 1 here and get the hammer back in the 4th end.
Yeah, I mean, even if I'm...
It's hard to come back on this team. Even with the 5 rock rule, these teams are so good at hitting. It's
Yep.
Did I jinx him?
We might have jammed this.
Oh my God, I think I jinxed him.
That'll work.
I think he got away
No,
with it.
you throw it that hard.
Yeah, I think he got away with it.
Yeah, when you throw it that hard, you don't have to be perfectly precise. A draw for 1 for Team Zhao here. The third end. Not what their goal would have been to start the end, but they'll be happy to get on the scoreboard. Almost makes it easier sometimes. Now they know exactly what they have to do. The rest of the game is just try and steal every end.
Exactly. Yeah, full on offense.
Yep.
B, well, B, good. Hard. Hard. Hard, Jeffer. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Great throw there. Score of 1 for Team Zhao. And we'll be moving on to the 4th end with Team Kui 4, Team Zhao 1. We'll take a little break here, show our commercials, and we'll be back.
稍微好像稍大点。越 OK 啊，可以等，不行，没劲儿你再下线吧，等没劲儿下线。现在稍微等一等，稍微等一等，哎，差不多了啊。准备了，准备下线了，下线了。
可以下线啊。
没事，不行再补一个也行。
Oh, John, you got a new partner here. I'm taking over for Mike for a little while.
I exhausted him, did I? Did I wear him down in one end?
He said he had actual work to do or something.
He just couldn't handle my dulcet tones anymore, could he?
Well, they're coming around here.
Hard then. Keep going, get the weight. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Carrick make a good come around here. Does Carrick's dad have much to do with the team, John?
Not at the moment, but I mean, he's a great resource to have in the background, right? I mean, I know Carrick and his dad are very tight with one another, and I wouldn't be surprised if collectively we try and tap into his wealth of knowledge, because I mean, there's no one on the planet with better credentials than
very few
Kevin.
Put as much into the game as Kevin
Yeah,
did.
exactly, and did so much for the game as well, right? So. But yeah, Carrick was saying they've headed down south. I think they're already down golfing in Palm Springs. So
yeah, I know
they're
last time I talked to Kevin, I think he's got a golf course down there that he's got some investment in.
Yeah. I don't know the full extent of the details, but I know
love it there.
I know they love it down there. Yeah. Well, who wouldn't, right?
Yeah. Well, and I think Carrick's. Does he not have a sister playing softball down
yeah,
there too?
That's right. Yeah, I think she's now finished her university career, but yeah, she's a very athletic family to say the least.
Yeah, no shortage of talent.
Carrick might need to work on his curling skills a bit. But you know what? We can't be perfect in everything, right?
He's been in a pile of Brier finals. I don't know.
He has. Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's been in as many as his dad, but he's got to be really close.
He's got to be close. Yeah, you're right. They had that streak going. Was it 4 in a row they played?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we were the beneficiaries of one, and unfortunately the losers in one.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a Brier final that I'd like to get back. But
which one was that?
That was the COVID one in Calgary.
In Calgary,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where we had played well all week, and you know what? They outplayed us in the final, which is why you play the game, right?
Yep.
But, yeah, we were. That was one that I definitely look back with and say, "Oh, that's one that got away." But all credit to Botcher's team; they played very well and they made their shots, and that was.
They're a very solid team.
Yeah,
in their day.
they sure were. Yeah, it looks like Brendan's got a good team going now with his stacked lineup. So
yeah,
they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, that's just another all-star lineup, just like Kevin's team here.
And great coach in Paul Webster as well. So yeah, they've built themselves a good platform to be successful.
Yeah, it's nice to see Paul here. Years and years and years ago, Paul and my wife worked at a curling camp together over in Europe when Tina and I were first dating, and then we went over, and him and I and her and Helen Radford traveled through Europe a little bit for a week.
I've got a lot of time for Paul Webster. I think he's a good human being and a damn good curling coach.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hard.
His brother Kevin is actually a member of our family. He's married Bronwyn, which is Tina's cousin.
Okay.
So I see him quite often.
All right.
He heads up kids sport in Calgary.
Oh, fantastic. That's a great organization.
Yeah, they do a lot for the community.
What an important contribution they make.
So I think he's throwing the guard here, right? As far out as he's going, I assume that's what he's playing. Sometimes hard just because they can't pick up the language.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, don't ask me to anticipate a shot, Wade, because that could be a disaster waiting to happen. You'll lose all your viewers. They'll all go on full on mute.
Well, it can't be any worse than me and Mike. So I'm gonna try this double peel.
Shade high. Off. Yep.
Got her
Good
the
shot.
other way. Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice. You were saying that Jacques, he's still living in Manitoba?
Yeah, he's in Winnipeg, so he's the import in our team. So we gave the travel schedule to the young guy.
Yeah.
He's the one he can rack up the frequent flyer points this year.
They can handle it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just getting to know Jacques, but he seems like a really good kid. So
yeah, it seems like we saw him last year on the at the Brier.
That's
skipping
right.
Team
Skipping
BC.
Yeah,
which is incredible, really, that Kevin can load him up to come play second after a successful year. So it says a lot for.
And he's a pretty good sweeper. I've been watching him. He's been doing well. I was actually asking him how are you feeling today after 3 days of scrubbing, but he said he was doing okay. So either he's lying to me or he's in better shape than he looks.
Yeah. Yeah, these young guys are in such good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the last, I think Mike and I were talking about this a while ago, the last tour event I ever played in, it was Blake and I and Jamie King and Scott Pfeiffer, and we went out to Vernon. And I think we went 2 and 3 and lost out. And on our way back to the hotel, we're like, we better get changed up and come back for the dance and everything. All the teams were in the gym working out. I'm like, oh, what is happening?
Yeah,
it's just a different world.
Times have changed. I won't give you all the stories, but my first Brier with Team Cooey in Halifax in 2010, which which we were lucky enough to win. I shouldn't say lucky, we deserved to win.
Yeah.
Played damn well, but yeah, I mean, the team rolled off the plane when we got to Halifax. I'm like, oh, really? This is high-performance sport? So there's a lot of other stories which I'm definitely not going to tell on air, but those days are gone now, right?
They're all gone.
Yeah, which I mean, look at the level of the sport now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the game has just get better and better, and the athletes have get better and better. And
well, that was a bit of the Wild West still of curling.
That was towards the end of it, right? Yeah. You know, it was still regular. Go to the patch at night and do all the stuff that. I mean, I miss that, you know, that social part of the game. I still think curling does it better than almost any other sport, but the players no longer are in the patch till 2 in the morning. And if they are, it means they're not playing the next day and they're already out the event, right? So
you have so much responsibility to your sponsors and everything else.
Exactly.
In the day, if you got 10,000 sponsorship, you were doing well.
Exactly. It was.
Now you can't even pay your way.
No. It's been good for the sport. I think it's. And I still think curling does a great job with the fan interaction, right? I mean, how many sports do you get these world champions just literally mingling within the crowd, right? Just it's a unique part of the sport, and I hope we never ever lose the social aspect of the sport in terms of the relationship with the fans, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that make it, right? They're the ones that are paying the money in.
Well, even like an event like this, anybody can just come in, buy a ticket, and you're right there with the top players in the world.
Exactly. And the players are so accommodating, you know, with the pictures and the autographs. It's never an inconvenience, right? Whereas, you know, let's not knock some of our professional sports, but you're lucky if you get within 100 meters of an athlete,
That's right, yep.
And I understand it, but I think that's truly one of the great things about curling.
Geez, that first Briar, that was Blake and Carter Rycroft.
That was
Nolan, right?
That was a great team. Yeah, that team, we had some fun together.
And I think they'd lost 2 finals before, or was it 1 final before? Because Blake originally skipped that team, right?
Yeah, but never at the Briar.
Just the provincial final.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, they had a couple of heartbreaking losses, and then Blake and Kevin switched. Then, you know, Blake, what a great guy. But you know Blake really, really well. But Blake was the one that says, you know what, I think it's time for Kevin to take over, and Kevin took over, and they never looked back.
Yeah, Blake was a pretty generous teammate, always was.
Yeah, no, great guy. Yeah, that was a fun bunch of guys, and of course Carter Rycroft. I mean, he'll light up any room that he walks into.
Oh, Carter's the best.
And then Nolan, who knows? One day Nolan might be running the whole show with Curling Canada, right?
Yeah.
He's just so embedded and does such a great job for the sport. So
Yep. I kind of thought he might get the job. I guess
I have no idea what's going on.
No, I haven't. I haven't actually heard.
Totally out the loop. So
yeah, he's a big asset, that's for sure.
Yeah. In fact, I was talking to Dave Murdoch, and Dave said that, you know, a big reason that he ended up taking the high performance job was because of the conversations he had with Nolan. So Nolan definitely deserves some credit on the recruiting front there, because I mean, obviously you've now got Dave here in the community at Okotoks.
Yep.
What a great addition to your community, and Dave's just an awesome human being. So
yeah, he'll be embedded in the community. His kids are going to join the junior program this year.
Yeah.
I hope he really enjoys it here.
Oh, he will. He's already had a lot of positive. That's a great shot.
Yeah, really
good. Wow, you couldn't play that any better.
Really good.
In fact, are we line 1 even? Yeah, we are.
I think so, yeah.
I shouldn't say we, right? I'm meant to be a neutral commentator here, but come on, Cooey.
I think we all know who you're rooting for.
Exactly. No, exactly.
So what? Yeah. Chinese team's in a lot of trouble here all of a sudden. I mean, if they could jump off there, but it's so tight to the front. But they would like to free that red off the back.
Yeah. So how about you, Wade? Are you playing much these days? Are you still?
No. Play Thursday nights, and Mike has got a team, and I have a team, and my brother has a team. It's all, and that's about the extent
nice.
Till seniors.
There you go.
But I'm not quite there yet.
Right.
Although my wife did win the Alberta Seniors.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Yeah. So we're going to go in December out to watch the Canadians.
Excellent. Oh, there's Fred Cooey. Hi, Fred. It's been a while since I've last seen you, my friend. I'm not ignoring everybody else, but of course, Fred being Kevin's dad is on the chat here. So one of the good guys of the world, Fred Cooey.
Yeah, we spent some time at Fred's house, and I went up and played in Yellowknife when they had a tour event up there.
Nice.
I think Fred was ready for us to leave by the time it was done.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen Fred go pretty deep as well. So
I know Linda was ready for us to leave.
I'm sure Fred was taking full advantage of you. He was using you. You didn't realize it, but he was using you.
Yeah. He's tricky.
I think he's rubbing here.
Yeah, he's definitely didn't get by her.
Was the danger?
Yeah, they're in trouble here now. Kevin having hammer.
Nose hit for 4, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. Yeah. Yeah, this could be a big nail in the coffin here if they make this. Real clean release.
Easy.
Well, he's got to finish here a little. Nope, I think he's pretty good. And that's 4. So the Chinese team looks like they're going to try and regroup here. I think you're going to see a pretty aggressive end by them.
How many ends do they have to play?
They don't have to play any. They can quit now, or we don't have any rules.
It's the way most of the curlers like it, to be perfectly honest. And
usually the curlers can police themselves.
They can, yeah. They're a pretty smart group, and which I think is also one of the unique things about this sport, right? That at the top level in the world, how many other sports could you say turn it over to the athletes? Because
let them handle it.
And you know, it's.
Yeah, you're so right. Well, over on sheet 1, it looks like Cap was up 3-1, but I think Libas might have just got 3. So they're actually going to be up 1, playing 5 on Cap. Over on sheet 5, Goskins looks like he got a 3-ender. He's up 5-2 on Jeeks. And then Kleiter and Park. I can't see that one. What's Kleiter Park? 4-1 for Park. So up on Kleiter. Kleiter had a great game last night against McEwen, but they're a little behind the 8 ball right now. So what is the next event that you were telling?
I'm not sure what the next one is for the guys. I think is it the points bet? I think that might be the next one.
That's what I was thinking too. That's coming up right away.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I know Kevin's daughters are busy curling right now. I think the younger one, who curls with my youngest, they go to Beaumont next weekend, and his oldest daughter's in Lethbridge this weekend, so they got a busy family right now.
Yeah, they sure do. Carla's running around all over the place.
Yeah.
It's not much more.
Yeah, Carrick, he had knee surgery, right? In the offseason.
Yeah, he was playing baseball and clearly needs to work on his swing technique because swung the bat and all of a sudden his knee just
Oh, is that how it happened?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his knee just went in 15 different directions. So anyway,
wow.
Thankfully, we got him in early, and he's had the cartilage sewn up. They didn't take much out, which is good, because the more you take out, the more you suffer in the years down the road. But I'm amazed actually that he's actually playing, because when we heard, I thought, oh gosh, we might not get him till
for a while.
a while. So it's great to see him get through his rehab, and maybe he's just lying to me, but he says he feels pretty good. So,
well, I'm sure he's working hard at it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He seems to be a guy that works hard.
Yeah, yeah, no question there.
That last one looked like a lot, yeah.
Yeah, Keith Keller's asking the winner of this game. So the winner of the Kuizao game will play the winner of Levis and Cap in the C qualifier.
Okay. I was going to say.
So one more draw at 3:30, and then the quarterfinals will be tonight at 7, I think. There's a nice clean release.
Board and T-line for sure.
Whoa, whoa.
Easy, whoa.
Whoa.
Right through.
Straight.
So the Chinese team's going to try and freeze one in here. Use these rocks to their advantage if at all possible. They're not in great spots for them right now. This looks a little hot, John, eh? There it comes.
Slowly coming now.
Really nice.
Yeah.
These guys throw so hard.
Yeah.
That they're going to go up and peel this. Chance of this sticking around is pretty low.
Yep, yes.
Good shot.
选，要不然这球浪费了。选的话，他就把这打掉。选吧。先选一个。
He's going to try and hook around, use this corner guard. He needs something to start going his way.
9心那可不行。
再来点点，刚才踢边过的。
405啊。
感觉还可以。
45圈，请带带翔哥。我来，翔哥。不行，谢谢。
Wade, it looks like you're getting a shout out from one of your, is that one of your nephews?
Well, it's actually my daughter's name is Casey, but I think she's over at my brother's place.
Okay.
So I think that's Charlotte. Oh no, this is Clay. That's my nephew. Yeah.
Okay.
So they must all be listening from over there. I'm going over there. My mom is in town watching my brother's kids, Clay and Charlotte. So my mom and dad. So we're going over there for an early supper today, and then I'll come back and do the late draw. Unless you want to do the late draw.
No, I'll pass on that. I just hope we're in the late draw. we still got a lot of curling to do before we get there.
There is a lot of games left.
Never get ahead of yourself on that stuff.
Yeah, my dad's 75 this year. He just turned 75 last week, I guess. Maybe a little longer. And then my mom's 70, and So they're over there getting all the suppers ready while we come in and just eat.
Yeah, maybe I'll come for dinner.
Yeah,
Actually,
you could.
Maybe I'll miss the next draw if we make it.
You're
and,
more than welcome.
I'll come for dinner, say hi to everybody, and then.
Tina would love that.
Yeah.
不赢啊，他后边那晃得劲呢。继续。你4秒应该没问题。
Try and freeze this back one.
啊？4秒对。至于上马4秒。
Oh, Casey just texted me. I'm not supposed to say my mom's age.
Oh.
Maybe I won't get supper.
Yeah.
Where are you eating, John? I'll go there.
I'll take your place. I'll go and apologize on your behalf, Wade, and see if I can get a free meal out of it.
Get a meal out of it.
Is he going to squeak by?
Yeah, I think so.
He has to.
There is a slash double on the Reds if you wanted it.
For sure. I don't know if Kevin will take it on or not. Yeah, it does look like he is.
At this point, Kevin just wants to run him out. Wouldn't even phase him if he gave up a deuce.
No. Just like that.
Yeah. They're just getting stronger and stronger with every game.
Yeah, no, it's been. There's definitely a progression over the last few games, that's for sure.
咱这头往里边甩点，我看站。 感觉八区可以等，稍微大一点。立了，轻点，小，还行，OK， 不行，不行，轻点一点。
Pretty good.
Yeah, no, they're certainly still trying to compete here.
Yeah.
Pretty hard though when you're 7 down. I mean, it's just it's hard for both teams actually, right? You know, one team's demoralized and the other team just wants to get off. So it's
when you're down that much against one of the best hitting teams in the game, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a easy.
I'm not sure if he's playing the straight peel, I assume.
Yeah, and he might
maybe
get some movement on the back at the same time, but I think you're right. I think he's just picking it out of there.
Yeah. Make it go away. Trying to get this to curl. He's real close. Oh, he missed it. Oh, and the Reds. Oh, boy, you don't see that very often.
No, that's
He's trying so hard to make that.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just.
Exactly.
Oh, this end sure turned around.
Yeah, all
here.
of a sudden, yeah, and that's I mean, there's the beauty of this sport, though, right?
Yep.
It just takes 1 second of let's not call it madness because it's not madness, but one lack of, you know, attention to detail or whatever, and boom. You know, now there's definitely 3 in play.
Yep. It's funny how fast it sneaks up on you. Feels like they're actually playing pretty quick this game too.
Yeah, which is refreshing.
Yeah, somewhat unusual.
Yeah, I think in the future you guys need time clocks here because 3-hour 8 end games is not good for the sport.
Yeah, that other night we switched to their game. I'm like, I thought I was going to be home early, but the last end, would it take 28 minutes to play the last end?
Yeah.
Yeah. That took forever to play that. Now, granted, Kevin could probably, he makes so many doubles.
Yeah, no, I'd be very surprised if there's not some double left on the table. I'm
This
not
is
sure.
curling.
He's
He's
not getting much here. I think he's rolling out or he's jamming on his back one.
Might hang around. No. Kind of let him off the hook.
Yeah, they sure did.
So Kevin's going to play the hit and roll.
Heavy board. Yeah, you can get shot.
Yeah, those are the mistakes when, you know, the Chinese there, obviously, you know, in this sport, if you don't capitalize on your opponent's mistake, it makes it a long day at the office. I know that's me stating the obvious, but you really have to be, when you get a chance, you have to be all over it.
Yep. You just don't get enough chances,
Nope.
so you have to.
Nope.
Board! Josh board! No, it's good! Yep.
He's pretty close here.
Just board! Yep.
Gonna have to really lean on this to get the roll.
I got the roll.
He's getting something. Not a lot.
No. Not that he needed it necessarily, but it. So, play the hit for 2. Oh, this is. Should finish up here, I think.
Yeah, he's on the nose. He's good.
So there's a deuce. Gonna play the 6th end. Still down 5. I think Kui will be happy just to take 1, and that might end the game at this point. It's hard to believe it's only Saturday.
Yeah.
Like I've been here for a week.
Yeah.
It would help if we just went home at night, maybe.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, sleeping at the curling club is not recommended, Wade.
No, I haven't been here for a week. I just feel like it. It's part of being old. Yeah, throw the tight guard here. Try and generate something.
That's going to have to hit the brakes, I think.
Oh, yeah. That's way out there,
This could make for a very quick end.
Yeah, I think that's coming in. Yeah, that's not what they wanted for sure. Carrick doesn't get to throw many.
No, he doesn't.
Feels.
Exactly. Yeah, especially in this day and age with the 5-rock rule, right? I mean, it's become almost a lost art for the lead.
Yep. Oh, I think I think Jacob might have flashed over there on sheet 1, and they're drawing for 2. I think Cap is.
Start.
Good thing we.
Goskins and Jakes. Jakes took a deuce in 4, so he's 1 down without. And Clyder Park. Park is up 4-2. And I think he's got Hammer back. Park does. The Korean team. What did Mike say? I think we have 11 international teams here this week.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah,
that's very impressive.
I think it's kind of neat for the community to have
It
all
is.
these different countries coming in and seeing Okotoks. It's so funny, some mornings those mountains feel like they're right on top of you, and then other mornings they're so far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, back 4, back 8.
Yeah, you might as well go. Put it back here then.
Take it. Yep.
I might try and take this through.
Yeah.
I really don't want it back here.
No. As deep as you can get it. Little lack of focus from Carrick there.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe that side might be just a hair quicker. We
Right.
haven't really seen as many draws here as we have on the other side, but
I think you're being very kind to him
yeah,
there, Wade.
maybe a little bit.
Carrick will put his hand up and say, yeah, it might be 6 inches faster, but not 12 feet.
Yeah. It's one of those things you can't be short.
No.
You gotta be in here somewhere.
Yeah.
That guard is so high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see Kevin probably go up and peel every shot right up to his last one.
Yeah.
Clean.
Something those toe sliders, they definitely know how to peel. We should probably give a shout out to our sponsors. Big sponsor ATB, Aztec out of Lloydminster there, and IHOP are the two big ones. Also Partners, which is home builders here in Okotoks. And I'm missing one. I can't see it on the ground out there. I'll get it when Mike gets back here.
Girl. Okay. Start.
Throw another one up. Oh, Jeff Nickerson's in the house. No.
I think we're failing as commentators here, Wade. There's not a lot of discussion going on.
There's a lot of airtime to fill.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to just
I
tell.
think we're about to both lose our jobs here.
I used to just tell stories in all the dead time, but people complained about our stories. So. Mostly because we'd run out and just repeat them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is where you have to admire the professionals, right, who are able to talk through.
See, they get commercial breaks, though.
They do. You're right. They do have the advantage of that, but I would love to see Vic and the crew talking through this right now.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, to be honest, TSM would have already gone to another game, wouldn't they?
Probably, yes. You're right. Never thought of that. You're exactly right.
So yeah, they don't have to do what we're doing right
That's
now, is
right.
to try and make this interesting.
Looks like sheet one's been a good game over there. Cap and Libis back and forth. I think the game at 3:30 is going to be the winner of Clyder and Park and Goskins and Jakes. Winners of those games will be at the TV sheet at or I think 3 or 3:30. I think it's 3:30. And we don't know, obviously. Those will be C qualifiers, and then they'll, after that's been decided, then they'll know who the quarterfinal game will be.
The hot mic is ready for you. Okay, buddy, it's all good.
I assume this is, they're so rock on rock, I assume this is just a straight peel.
I think so.
Some of these guys can throw it so hard they hit. Scott Pfeiffer used to be good at that. He could throw a rock at 7/8 of a rock with a little bit of rotation and just kick out. As soon as it hit, it would be jumping away from him. Make a lot of run back peels.
So you said earlier that you played with Fife, right?
We just went to that spiel. We
Right.
played against each other all the way through juniors and in men's, and we're
Yeah.
friends for a lot of years. And we threw a team together and went out to Vernon. It turned into a bit more of a golf trip at the time. But
yeah, Scott's doing a good job with taking over the mixed doubles angle from in Curling Canada. He's
really embraced that.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of travel with that too.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I see. There's lots of our former group from junior. Lori Olson is the. I think she goes with the junior girls teams now.
Okay.
Yeah, Pfeiffer and Nolan Thiessen, obviously. There's a bunch of that group that all kind of curled together and against each other that are doing well with the Canadian Curling Association. I think Scott went with you guys to the Olympics.
He did, yeah. He was a good addition to our team.
You couldn't find a more accommodating guy.
No, and bright and
yeah, incredibly intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Furby 4 got inducted into the...
Yeah, I actually heard that myself. Yeah, that's...
I was actually surprised they hadn't already been put in.
It's taken a while.
Yeah. It was such a good team for so long. And David's daughter now, David Edwin's daughter, won the Canadian Juniors. And U18.
And my first curling experience was with Heather Nedwin's team. She was the one that gave me the chance to get into this sport.
Yeah, that was. I just told David Murdoch that story when we had him on the live stream. I said,
right?
Because Tina played third for Heather, and Lonnie McDonald played second.
Exactly.
I remember going to a party at your place even once.
Yes.
Before you added the second story.
I remember you guys dropped your underwear at the door. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we had kilts.
We might have to back up and tell people the story as to why you were taking your underwear off at the door. We were having a Robbie Burns night, if you recall.
That's right.
And I was cooking the haggis, and you guys all went out and rented some cheap kilts. And
that's right.
You understood that the Scottish tradition of going commando when you wear your kilts was an obligatory act at the festival, so to speak. And so, yeah, you all showed up, and before I knew it, my wife is looking over, and all of a sudden, all the men's underwear is over in the corner.
Well, and I don't know that we actually knew that. We just believed everything you told us.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We just
Yeah, suckers. Suckers. Nice shot, Kevin.
Very nice.
Yeah, there we go. There's our handshakes.
Yep. Well, thanks a lot, John, for coming
great,
on.
Wade.
Hopefully we'll get you back again if Kevin's on the TV
yeah.
sheet.
Yeah.
And
Cui Botcher final.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
guess
happy
we'll
to
see
sit
you at
here.
supper tonight.
Yeah. Tell the mother-in-law I'm on my way.
All right, thanks,
All right.
crew. Great job.
Yeah, great.